It's not too late to plan your summer getaway. Here to share some great destinations and tips is our travel expert, Jeanenne Tornatore. Good to see you. Where are you?
I am in Galveston, Texas today, a beautiful late summer destination. And, you know, Texas is one of those states, I think that it's so big. There's so many options here, but a lot of us think of those big cities like, you know, Austin, Dallas, and Houston. There's so many other great places. So I love Galveston because it's just 45 minutes from the Houston Hobby Airport. So super easy to get to. And I think a lot of people don't know that it's so rich in history. There's so many great family attractions here, and there's over 32 miles of beaches. I mean, you have everything from their Pleasure Pier, which has 16 rides. It's kind of the fun boardwalk experience. You have Moody Gardens, which is a 242-acre complex that has a rainforest. It has an aquarium. It has a penguin encounter. There's just so many things to do here, from their historic seaport with their 1877 tall ship and all kinds of tours. And I did want to also mention in Texas, too, I think a lot of people, like I said, look to these city escapes, but there's so many great little small towns in Texas, too, right outside of some of these. So just a couple quickly. Right outside of Austin, 45 minutes, is a town called Bastrop. And this has that charming main street. It's got a rich history. It's got great outdoor adventures. And then right outside of Dallas is a town called Garland. And it actually has some of the most affordable hotel rates in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Also has a great art scene, lots of fun outdoor adventures there as well. So, you know, I would always recommend that when you go to some of these bigger places you're familiar with, step outside. That's where you're going to find that small town charm.
A lot of travelers love history. And so there's another destination that you recommend that, of course, does have a lot of history and some really beautiful natural landscapes.
Yeah, so I'm talking South Dakota here. And look, I bring up South Dakota because national parks have been in such high demand this summer, so much so that if you hadn't booked back in February or March, you might not be able to get availability this summer. So a lot of people may have waited on those national park trips. And look, South Dakota, I love it because it has over 6 national parks within a day's drive of each other in this state. You're talking Mount Rushmore, Badlands National Park, Wind Caves National Park. You've got historic Deadwood, Crazy Horse Memorial, Custer State Park, Jewel Cave National Monument, and the Missouri River. All of these right in there in the state. And look, once you hit September, the temperatures start to get really beautiful. The crowds dissipate, so you can find availability in those campsites and those hotels. And South Dakota also this time of year, it's when a lot of their great events kick in. So it's a really fantastic time to visit.
Oh, that sounds like a fun time. All right, let's talk about the East Coast, shall we? Of course, we've got those garden variety destinations that a lot of people head to, but you like to think outside of the box and go off the beaten path.
Yeah, well, look, on the East Coast, you know, it's high season right now. So where can you go later in summer? I say wait till mid-August and even into early September. This is the time, if you want to go up and down the coast and hit some of those fantastic beaches, to go there. Even places that are popular like Hilton Head and Myrtle Beach that are an easy drive from you. If you wait until September, this is when you're going to get some of the best rates. But also heading up the coast to Virginia Beach and even to Cape Cod, September is one of the best times of the year to visit.
Oh, definitely. All right, so what have you got planned for Galveston right now, today?
Well, I'll tell you, I brought my 12-year-old daughter with me on this trip because it's such a great place to bring families. We did the historic Galveston Ghost Tour last night, which was fantastic. A lot of great history here. A lot of people don't realize. Today we're heading over to Pleasure Pier, and I think we're going to hit the Strand, which is the historic shopping district. So again, so much to do here. Great place to be this time of year.
That's great. And how far ahead should people be booking their trips?
Well, look, I think a lot of people are asking the question, should I be booking my holiday travel yet? The question, or the answer right now, is that you should start looking at those holiday fares. If you find something to the destination you want to go to in November and December, lock it in. I think there's still time to wait on those. You know, look, in August and September is really going to be when most people start booking. But again, in today's environment, if you find a price that you think is good, take advantage.
You heard it from the expert, Jeanenne Tornatore. Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
We're back after this.